Streaming.
You want to come get it? You can get
Streaming. I want to be off the headset, and you can know where to find me either on Twitch. I'm actually streaming on Twitch and YouTube at this time, so I'm gonna step off of here and I will catch up with you. Peace. You know where to find me.
All right, man. There we go.
I can't believe it's both of those big ones.
I can't either. It's crazy.
We'll get in the car after you.
Roadkill. Roadkill.
All right.
This is so cool. They've never done this. I don't know what those things are. Gosh, those bucks are huge.
Yes, they are.
It's some good meat, though. They gave us a bunch of it when we first got here. Don't mind the trailer because they know that's when corn usually is.
All right, we're gonna go in here and do some stuff here in a second. I was actually seeing if I was going to join the chat, and we'll see if the chat worked tonight. We gotta size the chat to the right size. All right.
But I don't know what these things are. That's some. Are those babies or are they white something?
I don't know.
Those must be their babies.
Let's see. Can we do?
They look like
Can
a
we do?
baby.
Yeah, when they start, they look like they walk like a dog kind of.
Watch this one for a second.
Mhm.
Oh, the baby one.
Mm-hmm.
I like this video. It's cool.
Yeah, those are their babies. Those aren't the white kind though. These guys. See, and I don't know what these guys are, but they're so pretty.
Those right there.
Yeah.
That's the other kind I was talking about with the real straight orange.
I can't remember what they are. Look at those up there.
But you'd see an
Oh wow. Yeah. It's like being on a safari.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. This is the best that it's been since we've been out here. Maybe they're not used to our truck. I don't know. Usually, I guess they see a white truck. Here, baby. You don't like it? Oh, you're gonna eat it? Okay. You like it?
Yeah, they're eating it.
Come on.
It's processed food.
Oh please, Jim. Really?
I'm surprised they're eating them. Wait! You gotta let everybody else get some. You can't get them all. Oh, they didn't do this when Kylie was here. She would have loved it. Hi, baby. I think y'all ate them all.
Are the antelopes coming in behind them? What are those coming in
I
behind?
don't know what those are. Oh, God.
Some kind of
look at
antelope.
those. Holy crap.
I got more crackers.
Look at that sucker. He's
Yeah, look at that.
What is that? 2, 3,
Wow, look at that
6,
one.
7, 8, 9, 10.
So, we've been printing some Been printing some cups and whatnot, some koozies and all that stuff. I didn't say I get bored doing that, but I kind of got bored doing that. Turn this music down in my ear a little bit. I got bored doing the cups and stuff. Cups are cool. I think I showed those before, right? All these magic potion bottles, and whatnot. I mean, they're cool, right? They're cool. They're interesting. I got bored with it. I got bored with it. Actually, I haven't tried. Sorry, I had music in my ear and I'm like getting all. What is this? I don't even know. Somebody singing. Something coming out the trees. In the breeze, baby, get ready. All right, who is this? Anyway, these are really cool bottles, really. So I got bored with these. I didn't get bored with them. I just had I have other plans, and I'll show you that later, right? So I have other plans for these bottles because the sad thing. Here, let me take one on here. All right. The sad thing about these bottles is you would hate to paint over them because they're like sparkly, sparkle. So why would you want to paint over them? So, I bought some mask. And I think what I'm going to do, and I'll show you that later, the places where I want the bottle to shine through, I'm going to mask those off. Like, so, here. You know, a few places I'll mask off that and I'll spray everything else with the airbrush. Cool? Alright. Same thing with this one. And I'll show you the mask later that I bought. Same thing with this one. I'd like to keep all the sparkles in there and just let the material do the work. Right? So we'll mask off around all that. We'll just mask off everything. It's going to take a little while to do it. But I think that'll be cool. And leave the sparkles in there. Because next ones I will do, I'll print thinner. So you put some LEDs in here. Put them in the bottom here. How do I say this? And you can see it's a little transparent. I don't know if you can see that it actually shines through. Let's see if I can show that on the camera there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, put some lights in there. It will make the sparkles pop up. So I think if I leave the material the same way it is and mask that off and just paint everything else, which I have some ideas about, I think that'll be really cool. I don't know why I printed a red top for this, and it didn't print that well. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. Shall we check YouTube and see if we're on YouTube? How do I find myself on YouTube? I don't want to sign in. I want to say... Alright, I don't even know if we're live on there, but we're going to find out. Supposed to be live at both places. Yeah, we are. Hey, look at that. Cool. Live in 2 different places. Sweet. And we're waiting for chat. That's what we're waiting for. I want to see, I'm testing tonight if I have chat. Okay? Something. And actually, you probably should hide that URL. I don't think you can see it. I don't think you can see it on the stream, but whatever. I don't really care if you can see it. Anyway, what else? So, what else besides the cups? So, we'll show you the first. So, we've been printing airplanes, right? Actually, I think what we're gonna do is, before we review all this stuff and how all this came up, I think we're going to get another print started. So, I think we can do that real quick, right? So let's do that real quick. So what we're going to do, we'll pull, because we have some parts we need to print. We need to finish some parts of the Cub and the free airplane. We're not printing any more mugs right now. We put these on hold, whatever. And we're working on the airplanes. So, pull this out of here. We'll get some prints started. So that's one. Alright, so we'll get the SD cards for both. Right? I have no idea why this came with a large one. Whatever. This one actually came, so this one came with a regular size, this one came with a huge one. Let's do this. And we'll just take you in here for now. Easy peasy, right? So, stick you right there for a second. And get rid of that. So let's do this. I need to bring Kira up. A regular microphone in, so it's a little bit easier to hear me. All right. And let's do this. I'm not watching chat in here, but I will. So let's do this. Let's bring up. We'll switch you over to the. Let's bring this up here. So. We'll switch you over to the other one so you can see what I'm doing here. Load the cure up here, and we'll see if we can slice all this stuff up here, and we'll see if we get a print going. Because I need to print. I hate when I have downtime. Really, I really hate when I have downtime. Right? So, switch over here. Let's make sure we have transformed that so you can see the whole thing. There you go. And let's see if we can cut. Come on, man. Seriously. For real, yo. All right, open our project, and this one's going to be, is this the correct one? Making sure this is the correct thing. We are at Reality Inner 3, S1. Is that the correct one? Wait, this is the Cub. This is supposed to be, is this the correct one? No, this is not, that's the reason why we had a problem. Okay, now I realize where we had a problem earlier on the print. Let me get chat up here, so just I'm curious if anybody's in here. Anyway, this is the reason why we had a problem here, is because I was printing
was wondering why it have so much stringing. It's because we were printing on the wrong, we were printing the cub thing on the wrong printer, right? So that is the printer. We have two printers here. Let me get chat up. Anyway, yeah, I was printing on the wrong printer. I had put it on, I guess, on the wrong printer. I had put it on the S1 for whatever reason, but we're printing the Cub on the Neo. So yeah. So let's check. All right, let's do this. We're going to insert the micro SD card for the Neo. Let's put that in there and make sure we have it correct, because I don't think we had the correct thing. We tried to print it earlier and it didn't work. All right. And make sure. Okay. So let's do this. I'm gonna cant this thing slightly off axis, just because. You gonna grab it? All right, we're gonna cant this on a 45-degree to the 0 axis. And did we move it? Yes, we did. Okay, so it needs to go over to the right a little bit. Bear with me here. All right, and we're gonna rename it down here on the bottom right-hand side, bottom left-hand side. Sorry, down here at the bottom. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, let's do this. On the bottom here, let's call this Cub Cura. Actually, that's not it. Let's call this Wing R3. And I'll show you why later. So down here on the bottom, so the object list is the object list, and it's whatever's on the plate. Down here is when you slice this, when you press this, this is what the name of the file will be on the USB card, right? And I don't like the way that's looking. Like, seriously? No, we can't print that like that. No way. So we've got to turn this way. Not that way, Mike. Really? There we go. All right, now. I was like, how the hell are you going to print that, bro? Well, you could have done with the supports and whatnot. I was like, that's stupid. All right. Put that on 45. We are printing, not PLA. The hell is PLA? Really? What happened to this profile? This profile's all... Is this profile going to be completely screwed up now? All right, we're not printing PLA. We're printing Inland PETG, right? And we're going to keep that. All right. I was like, why the hell is this up here? So it shows you the printer at the top here, left-hand side, and it shows you what you're trying to print here. I hope this profile is right. We're going to try this. Let's go ahead and slice that. Go ahead and slice it and save it to the disk. And save it to removable. And we'll pull that one out. And we'll stick the other one in there, which is doing our free airplane, which I'll show you in a second. I think we need to do the right hand. We need to do the right hand. Sorry, I'm fighting this card. We need to do the right hand horizontal stabilizer. I think we're done with the left hand, and I'll show you that here in a minute. All right. So let's get rid of that. Let's bring up another project here, which is going to be... Let me find it. Give me this project here. Let's see. Where you at? Where you at? We gotta go. Where you at? Where's the project at? Really? Hold on. Let's find this another way. Let's bring Cure up. I really didn't want to do this. Can we just bring another version of Cure up? Let's bring another version of Cure up. Where you at? Alright, let's bring another version of Cure up. And let's load that. So running on two projects at the same time, I like to have two different Cures up at the same time, right? So let's import. What the hell happened to that? Let's open recent file here. So it's this one, right? Which one is it? Let's bring that one up. And let's get rid of that. And let's bring up, because that, is that right? Okay, so it's got the, but it's not on the right effing printer. So that one should be on this one. And it should have, which file? It should have, sorry. Oh, you know what? Right here. Let's close that one down and go the other one. This stuff is stupid sometimes. Like, okay. Open this project. Okay, and this is, are we on the right one? No, why are we not on the right? We're not on the right one. So the whole fuck, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's, no wonder we're having a problem earlier. Let's do this. That's why we were having a problem earlier. I was wondering, like, because everything got screwed up here. All right. That. Let's keep that. And we're going to import. Yeah, but we're going to get rid of that. Because that, we already did that. So that one is the horizontal stabilizer left, right? So you see down here on the bottom left object list, right? So we're going to get rid of that. If it'll let me. All right. So let's grab the other one. We need the right. And then let's grab the free airplanes one. Now you can't see me what's going on here, but we're gonna grab the right. Bam. Let's slice that and save it to the disk. And we'll eject that. All right, let's grab that out of the drive here, and we'll go back to our camera. We'll go back in there, and we'll set these up, right? Okay. Let's get rid of this. Let's go back to this. Woo woo. All right. Back to business. You know why you lost audio? Because I'm stupid, and I went to the other room, and I didn't fade.
This one over here. Yeah, stupid. It's totally amateurish with that. That's like I think the 8,000th time I've done that, really. Honestly. Anyway, I'll pull you in. So how do we start the print, right? Well, it's pretty easy. Put the SD card in. Stick that in there. And you have to go over here. Actually, I think if I turn the light off, it probably actually see it better. Let's see, let's turn this light off. And get in there on it. All right. So how do we do this? Well, first thing we got to do, we're going to get it out of the other one, and we need to warm the printer up. So we got a manual. We'll set the nozzle temperature at 235, and we'll set the bed temperature at 75, and we'll let it heat up. All right. Pretty easy. Turn that light back on. We'll let that heat up, and we'll go over to this one over here. Same dealio, yo. My audio come back, yo? Just curious. Hopefully it did. It should have. Alright. We stick this one in here. Right. Same thing over here. Yeah, I gotta make the chat show up a little. I got a web page up to show the chat, right? But it, like, if you chat, like, say something, but it like comes in. It's not staying on the web page. It's like going away. I just, yep. See, there you go. Blam! Right. So, but it doesn't stay up very long. See, I gotta make it. That's cool. But I gotta fix that. All right. Oh my god. All right. So this one over here, we're gonna do the same thing, right? So we're gonna go to control temperature. Gotta warm the nozzle up. 235 because we're putting PETG. We'll show you one in a minute. Bed temperature, same thing. Boop, boop, boop. 75. And we'll let all this warm up. It's down here, warming up. Alright, cool. And while that's doing that, we're going to step over here and show you some of what we've done. You've seen all this stuff before. Great, groovy, cool, right? Oh, well, I'll tell you, I did make some breakthroughs on the paint. So the first paint I did, I don't know where it went. Here. Just comparing paint, right? So I had been working on my paint skills, right? So the first paint I did was this one. And it's cool, right? Acrylic paint. And I switched my technique a little bit. I don't know to which colors. Now, of course, let me screw this all the way down so it doesn't look stupid because I didn't paint the threads. Anyway, been working on my paint skills a little bit. Some of them, it's better. Painted the handle. This one actually has a handle. This one doesn't have a handle, right? So, anyway, I've got some other things I'm going to do with some of these other ones, and I'll show you right now. I'm sorry I'm not watching chat. Can't see chat. But I will go back to chat here in a second. But I figured what I would show was these. So, got two I'm working on. The Cub. It's all free from 3D Lab Print. Okay? It's the only free one they have on there, by the way. Just saying. And it's a few pages to learn how to do what you need to do. Assembly and whatnot. Pretty easy, actually. Fuselage 1, fuselage 2, 3, 4. right? And you just glue them together. Pretty substantial build here, really. Servos going here. I haven't. It's on the video on YouTube. Servos going here, and there are channels that go all the way down. I don't know if you can see those, but there is like this channel. There's channels that run all the way down the body that exit here for your control surfaces. So pretty legit model, man. Okay, it's all glued together, CA. So that's really the one I'm working on. One of the ones I'm working on, and the wing sections I haven't. I guess I can put the front on it, so I'll show you that. In the motor, there's a motor mount that goes up in here. That's kind of how it will look with the motor. It has a. What's funny about this print is it's all falling apart. Anyway, it has a little on that little spot you saw there. It has a little latch. You just press it and it opens all that stuff up. But anyway, so that's the cub I'm working on. The wing sections I have not glued together yet because I have to do the cutouts for the servo arms, which will be on the next one. So, but you can see how those work. Glue them together the same way. That's your 4 panels. In fact, there's 2 more on this side and 2 more on that side. So, and I'll show you that. Anyway, so that's the cub. Getting that together. This one is the Eclipse free model that's on Thingiverse, right? Same thing. Fuselage 1, fuselage 2, 3, 4. And it actually has a 5th one, which is pretty cool. Put that out there. And you can see how these go together. They have little tabs. And you slot them in. Right? And glue them, CA them and glue them in. I have not. So this is the way this works, right? So here's one that I'm starting the other side of this, right? So this is should be the left side. Right? And so this is the way it comes out the printer with the brim on it. And you rip the brim off. I cut the brim off. Sorry, I'm not watching chat, but I'll go back to it here in a second. But anyway, you just rip the brim off because that's like expendable stuff, and just kind of cut it. Let's do a quick cut. Show you how this stuff works out. It's actually pretty cool. I'm actually going to take you over here, so I have a little bit of light. Set that down. So we just take that brim off real quick. I got to have light, man. I can't see you in the dark. All right. A little bit more brim. Stuff's easy to cut. Just cut the brim off of it, like just grab it. Hopefully I don't cut my finger off with the X-Acto knife, which could possibly happen. Not gonna lie. All right. And I'd probably, at this point in time, just make my life a little bit easier. All right, just a little sand. This stuff has a single wall. You can actually see through it. Okay? It's a single wall print. There is no, in fact, this one doesn't have, it's all air. It's all air inside this thing, right? So it actually closes itself up, and so it's almost like a little balloon in a way, which actually helps the model out with its weight in CG. So we just clear that up a little bit. Let's see if it will just do a test fit, right? Little test fit. So this is going to be that side, the left side, or the pilot side's horizontal stabilizer wing, right? I'll get my chat here in a second. I'm sorry, I'm not watching chat. I'm sure there's whatever, but Just a quick test fit. See how it looks. And normally I do this stuff after I got the prints going, right? So I normally fit and stuff like that after the print's going. But anyway, let's see how it fits in there. The right way, Mike. Right? Fits right in the slot on the back of the horizontal tail surface. Actually, fuselage 5, this is the vertical tail surface, which is actually glued in as well. And it's clear. Same way. There is nothing in here other than air. And then this one just slots in. And of course, I'll have one on the other side, which I'm fixing to start the print. And that, when it's all done, goes on this sucker way down here. Right? I don't know if I'm not watching how the camera looks, but give you an idea. And same thing on this one. I don't know if you can see all the way down there, but these things have, actually probably easier to see it this way. There's going to be an RC controllers in here, servos in here, so the wire comes all the way down here. They've actually planned this, right? So the wire will come out right there, and it will control the elevator and the rudder, but it's actually printed into the model, which is pretty cool. You can see how the holes go down there, right? Pretty neat. So that's a good little project we got going on there. The wing for this thing, not happy with the wing. I'll show you the wing. Show you the wing. Turn this way. Okay. I'm not happy with the wing on this one. This is the reason why this is a free project, and I'll show you why. A little bit of it's me. Little bit of it's me. Still learning to print PETG fairly well. But anyway, I'll show you. Same thing, right? So, center section, left 1, left 2, right section, and here is, and I'll show you the problems I have, right? So, I mean, look at the airfoil. It's not bad, right? So, I'll show you this side of the airfoil so you actually see the airfoil. It's a decent airfoil. Now, one thing I will say, and a lot of people don't think about this, is this is the center section right here. That wing is cantilevered up about 3 degrees. Okay, so when you're gluing this stuff together, so if I just grab right here and look at that, let's see if I can put it. It's actually easier if I put it flat down, right? So just get this out of the fucking way. So when you're gluing this shit together, you have to keep the specific design. And let me show you what that is. So if I hold, let me back this up, and we pull this down a little bit so you can see. Oops, sorry about that. I'm gonna come down. Right, we're gonna come flat with the wing. Because if the cantilever doesn't work, the airplane will be unstable when it flies. Okay, so cantilever on the wing. I'm going to lay the center section flat. See how the ring rises? Got a little slight I think it's 3 to 5 degree cantilever. I think it's 3 degrees cantilever on this one. So when you glue this together, you have to make sure that the cantilevers are set, right? It's not just and you'll see it on the other side, 3 degrees this side, okay? And my other little complaint. Now, this is the reason why I haven't built the other side of this fucking thing. Had a slight problem with the printer. I don't know what happened to it. Can you see it? The bulge? I have no idea. And it's like squishy. And I'll show you. Somebody asked me about like what's inside this stuff. Are there ribs inside there? Yeah, there is absolutely structure inside there. The ribs and all that stuff, right? There is total rib structure in there. And somehow, some way, that rib right there failed. And it caused this whole thing to not print a whole nother one, because like that's not acceptable, right? I will not be able to finish that one. It totally like delaminated, totally like this rib completely screwed up right here, and then the whole thing just should not be able to do that. Like I can't do this. I can do this side, but not the same way like that right there. So we have to print a whole nother side of that right there. That side, this side, the left side, did not have any kind of problem with that. But this side, yeah. And this something actually pretty strong. So, okay, so you're like, okay, well, you're thinking, Mike, that's not very strong. Put that stuff in there. Well, dude, nobody's going to be grabbing this stuff and like twisting it when it's flying around. So, is it strong? It's strong enough. All right. Let's get back on a level surface here and start this print. Excited about the chat I got going. By the way, I don't know if anybody noticed tonight, but we're streaming both on Twitch and YouTube tonight. But yeah. Are we heated up here? Are we heated up? I don't know. I feel like I'm not hot enough. And I feel like I'm definitely not level enough. For sure. There we go. My legs are all screwed up. Sorry about that. All right. Apologize about that. What in the hell? What in the... Alright. What is going on with this tripod? Hold on. That little silly... I'm going to have to beat something up here. Alright. Seriously. Holy crap. Alright. Holy crap. See, I have to look here. See. Oh, see, now I see all the chat though. See, I brought the YouTube up. Now I can see all the chat. The sad thing, I have to make sure on my webpage that I'm going to be watching. I have to make sure, because I see all the chat now that you're saying. Yeah, dude, there's no insignificance at all. I mean, we're all insignificant. What the fuck, man? Insignificance. Alright. Insignificance. That's wild. If I bring the chat up on my laptop, I can see the whole history, but I'm going to have to make it where the stream doesn't, how do I say, doesn't dissolve the stream, right? Alright. We're going to queue up this one. Bring you in here so you can see this. In here. And we're going to be printing the right side horizontal stabilizer, right? Let's get you in here so you can see this. Let's clear this crap off. And let's go back to home. Make sure we're at temperature, which we are. We got to print. Put the card in there.
And horizontal stabilizer, right, that's the one we want right there. We're going to print. And we're going to make sure we're going to take that up to 235. Print bed, good. Print speed, take down to 90. Okay. Alright. We're going to let that one turn that off so you can see it. And what it's going to do is it's going to, if I go back to the home, it's at temperature. And what it's going to do, it's going to level out, and it's going to get to its home thing, and it's going to start to print. And I'll show you that right here. What you're going to see is it's going to go to the side, which is our home here, and print a test strip. And I'll turn the light on at that point in time so you can see it. That yellow over there, I'll show you that in a second. That's actually called, it's actually called Cub Yellow. Not answering that phone call. Okay. So anyway, you'll see the strip that it laid over here, right? Okay, that's annoying. Another new mistake. So it printed the first test strip, which you'll see right here. And it's straight all the way down with a slight curl. And now it's going to print the brim. It's going to do its thing, right? I didn't make it up, bro. Seriously. No, actually, I'll show you the name of the PTG. Anyway, this one's white. The only reason why this is just a regular white PTG. I'll show you the other stuff in a second. But anyway, it's printing the brim, and it's going to do the same thing that you saw before on the horizontal stabilizer for the other side. Let's get this one going. Now, you asked me about the name of the color. It's actually just yellow, right? Now, I have a bunch of different stuff. I mean, like, you start printing, you're like, I have to have this color, that color, that color, that color, and that color, that color, and all these different things. So I've got a few different colors and whatnot. But let's get this one going, right? So, is it up to temperature? Let's take a look here. I'm going to put this battery where it's not going to fall. And let's take a look at where we are on the temperatures. 235. 235 on the extruder, 75 on the bed. Right, so let's set it up to... In fact, let's do this real quick. I'm just going to make sure. I normally don't do this, but I was having a problem with this printer earlier. So what we're going to do, while it's up to temperature, we're going to go ahead and do a level. And that takes a second. We're going to have to reheat again. And I'll show you why in a second. So what it's going to do is going to probe all 16 points on that bed as it's up to temperature and cooling. And then what we're going to do is going to reset the Z-axis. Yeah. I don't know why like that web page right there should show all the chat, just like that right there is. So I have to figure out, like, I just need to show it all the time so I can scroll through it and whatnot. But I'll figure it out. By the way, once again, I'm streaming not only on YouTube, I'm also on Twitch, streaming at the same time. In fact, let me look at that real quick. Yeah, there's nobody on there. Twitch chat. Back over here. Alright, same thing. It's going to probe the 16 points here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure the Z-axis offset is set correctly. And how do you do that? Well, the way you do that is with a piece of paper. Piece of paper.
So all this stuff that I'm printing with nowadays, well, the stuff I'm printing with now, man, it's totally different than when I was printing with before, with the cups and all that stuff. And this stuff actually is pretty legit stuff. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to show you something here that I picked up. It's actually designed for RC airplanes. So it's actually, it's PETG, but it's okay, I take that back. It's PLA, but it's lightweight PLA. And what it does is, when it goes through the extruder, it foams up. So it doubles in size as it goes through the extruder. So you print it half the speed and use half the stuff, and it kind of like expands as it's laying down its stuff, right? So printing airplanes, you want as lightweight as possible. What I'm printing with right now is regular PETG. Dude, that airplane's going to weigh out there a lot. Okay? So I bought some of that stuff. Haven't experimented with that type of filament yet. So this thing is done. Right? Alright, so let's do this. Let's go back over here. We're going to have to heat this bed back up. Let's go back to control. We leveled it. Let's go back to temperature. And we're going to set the temperature back at 235. 235 on that. Scroll right there. Bed temp 65. Alright. And we're just going to go back. We'll go to the print page. And that's the next one we're going to do is the Cub 3 wing, right? So we got to wait till we get temp. We can set the actual thing to go. In fact, what we'll do, you know what we're going to do? Forgot what we're going to do. So what we need to do is go to prepare and go to, because what we need to do is check the offset. So let's go to auto home, and I'll show you with a piece of paper what we have to do to make sure everything's going to be good. I didn't see the clip at the end of it. What are you talking about? I thought I had watched all of it. I have it downloaded on the phone. I didn't see the clip on the end of it. I'll have to watch it again. I apologize. Oh, really? No, I have to. Honestly, I thought I had to watch all the way through the end of it. Huh. Interesting. All right, so we're gonna let that temperature heat up there. And so this one, just so you know, see how it's already. It's got the brim going. It's already, and you can see where it's actually, it's printing the brim, which actually holds it to the plate, and then the part is vertical from there, right? All right, let's go over here. Let's get this thing going. Are we up to temperature? Yes, we are. We're up to temperature on the bed. So here's what we do. And it's going to be hard for you to see, but basically what we're going to do. All right, Todd, I got it. Thank you. And we'll check in a second. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this print head all the way down as far, well, the only way for me to show it is to show it, right? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to move this print head all the way down to 0 on it, what it thinks is the Z-axis, which will move this stepper motor all the way down to the bed, right? So you'll see that right there. And if I turn it all the way down, you'll see that thing moving down. All right, so now we're going to leave it right there. We're we're going to go back to our prepare page, and what we're looking for is this offset right here. Now, I should be able to pull this page. I can pull it in and out pretty easily, but I don't know if you can hear it. I can feel it when I'm pulling out. We need to go down a little bit. So we're going to go back there, and it should have this like really weird feeling to it. I don't know if you can hear it. Almost, I don't know how to even describe it. It's almost like ribs, right? So that's, you can hear it right there. So we're gonna actually, let's take it down one more. So we're down to 1.08. Okay, it should not bunch the paper up, but it should be pretty hard to pull out. All right, so we're gonna leave that right there. Let's go back to our print, and we're gonna bring up, let's pull this out. We're up to temp. Let's start that print. And I always go through here and make sure I'm on the same temperature. Take that one down to 60. Let's leave it to 70. One thing I always do, though, is bring my print speed down to 90%. I never run my print speed all the way up. All right. We're going to go back. And now, I got it. Thank you, bro. I'll check it out. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't catch the clip at the end. It's weird. All right, same thing's going to happen here. When it decides it's going to do its thing, what it's going to do is it's going to zero home, and it's going to print our test strip right here. And that's what we're watching for is, does the test strip look good? Back up a little bit. All right, and you'll see it lay the test strip right here, right? So, right here. I know it's hard to see, but we'll let it see how the test strip is nice and flat, and when it lays it right there, it cuts it off. There's no string in between, so that's how I know, except that I've had some stuff on the head. Okay, cool. See, now you come up on the chat here, but it doesn't stay forever. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out, man. I didn't know that that's the way it was. No, way cool, man. I have to check that out. I want to do, I'm actually excited about the stop action. I like it. It's actually pretty freaking fun stuff. It can get corny, you know. All right, so now, see how it lays? Okay, so now what we're doing is we're basically doing the same thing over there. We're laying the brim, and I'll show you what a brim is. Right, so what a brim is, so like, let's say you're trying to print a part, right? This is the part that fucked up. Sometimes parts, depending on the type of filament, it doesn't stick to the bed very well. This one, oh dude, sometimes I have to take this thing and take a hammer and seriously I have to take a hammer and chip yeah, the brim of the hat. Seriously, no, it's the same thing, dude. So what you have to do is basically, this is the brim. Well, actually, this is a raft. The brim would be, so the brim, so actually, it's kind of funny you said that, right? So this is a raft. So this would print like this. It'd print this thing first, and this thing would be attached to it, so it would hold it to the bed, right? All right, but a true brim is actually this. And what it does, it's only a small portion of that raft crap. So that's what a true brim would be. And you just peel it off, when you're done. Cut it off, peel it off. But that's what this is actually a true brim of a hat. That's actually a raft. Right? So anyway, pretty cool stuff. I mean, dude, this stuff is pretty strong, really. I mean, it's pretty good stuff, man, you know? So, next goal. Next goal. Oh, and there goes the battery on the floor. Didn't have it on the... Didn't have it on the... Didn't have it on the tripod. What was it saying? Check my channel, what? Alright. Crap. Sorry about that. It's kind of funny. Alright, anyway. Next goal is to go... I'm going to freaking print us some drones, bro. The next goal... Well, there's a couple goals. I'll tell you. There's a couple goals, really, man. The live stuff, people are loving, bro. I mean, it's cool as shit. So, a couple, to get the live stuff going is the shit. Man. And then I want, like, the printing stuff, and when I'm doing stuff at home, it's just testing or whatever. I like the fact that I've got Twitch and YouTube up at the same time. I also have Facebook up, but whatever. I don't have so much of a big audience or whatever. But, I mean, there's been a lot of planning in between all this stuff. It's a pretty legit craft, you know. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to print you a drone and me a drone. Or maybe I'll print you I don't know. Really? Oh, you actually charged it up and got it actually charged this time? That's cool. No, man. What I'm gonna do is I hope to. What I hope to do is so really the cost of all this stuff is actually pretty cheap. I can print a drone here just like I do an airplane for $20, man. $20 to $25. Like $20. How much does it cost for the servo, the ESC, the motor, and all that stuff? $40, $50. And of course, after you crash it, so my whole goal was here is back in my old school days when I was actually putting stuff together, back in the day, you'd go to the hobby shop and you would buy balsa thing, and you would put the whole thing together, and you put the servos in there, the gas tank, all that stuff, right? I built RC airplanes, and I thought, well, if I'm going to 3D print something, that's the best place for me to start. Because for me to start building a quad, that's 4 motors, and it's just totally different, you know? So, am I capable of doing that? Yeah, I want to do it. I'm going to build my own fucking drone. In fact, I haven't shown it tonight, but so what does it cost? What would it cost to build your own drone? Battery, way to charge the battery, transmitter, receiver, motors, and the wiring in the frame. Okay. How much is that going to cost you? Most expensive thing would be the transmitter and the battery. Transmitter, you buy for $60 off of Amazon. I wouldn't say that's the best one to buy. I did buy the Fly Sky FX 8 STL. I'm not sure that's going to be the best one. I think if you're really going to get into this and actually fly something, well, it's probably going to be a Spectrum radio, but I get into that later. But yeah, I mean, dude, the electronics and all that stuff, like, seriously, like the 4 motors will cost you like $30 for all 4 of them. And then a little ESC, and you put all the wiring together and like just screw it all together and like the heart. I mean, I think honestly, I think you can build your own drone for probably less than $100. And if you have multiple drones and a controller that can handle them, then you can just sync all those drones to like one radio. You could have 10 different models on one radio, because all the radios are digital now, right? The question comes: do you want to put the video? You want to do the whole FPV thing? Well, now you're not a whole nother ball game. Now you got to put a video or what they call VTX on the drone with a camera on that, and yeah, you can watch it. And if you want to do the same thing, then you just mount a GoPro on the top, so you're flying it with the VTX, watching it, but the GoPro's on top doing the good footage. It's as crazy as you want to get with it. You know what I'm talking about? It's as crazy as you want to fucking get with it. I'm trying to start with something with like one of these, because my thought was these should be slow flyers, all given, not like a drone, right? I mean, drone can be a slow flyer, but one of these things one of these things, once it takes off, it's either gonna fucking land or it's gonna crash. I hate to say that, but RC stuff, man, RC airplanes, bro. RC airplanes, life expectancy. I think about life expectancy of like bomber pilots and all that stuff back in the day. Like in World War II. They're like, well, you're lucky to survive like one mission. Yeah. Same thing with the fucking RC airplanes. Have these, like that Cub out there, it probably won't last. Dude, seriously, if I even get it off the ground, will probably last, I don't know, maybe like, well, if I get it off the ground, and then it's like a mission of just getting it up as high as it can, and then pondering how I'm going to get it down on the ground safely. So, flight time, I don't know. That's, yeah, we'll see about that. But anyway, I don't know. It's been a fun stream. I'm going to work on the chat and make sure on the webpage that's scrolling. The cool thing about it is oh, so we already had a problem here. See, we already had a problem here. Let me say I don't know what happened right here. Something happened on the print. We'll see if it'll clarify itself. It might, but I don't know what happened. See it right there. See 2 spots right there, and we got a trail hanging off here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Didn't have this problem earlier. We'll let it go and see what it does. This one seems to be flying along just fine. Right? It's flying along. Well, anyway, man. We gotta shoot some guns, man, and fucking hang out, bro. But yeah, I think I'm gonna let this one go tonight. It was cool. Thanks for tuning in, really, man. That was cool. Gonna see if I can trying to get the place to go to do some really cool streaming up there in Oklahoma. We were supposed to go up this weekend, but man, it's gonna be rainy up there. And I was like, man, let's just hang out. Supposed to get size for a bow. That'll be cool. Yeah, man. Dude, okay, so check it out. I've been boning up. I haven't been playing. I haven't been playing any bass at all. Honestly, you know what? I laugh at myself for thinking about my bass things now, because occasionally, like, Pandora stuff will come on, and I think about, I don't know, I retrospect it, and I overthink myself, bro, on the bass playing, whatever, but I'm thinking, man, what really thrills me with the bass playing, right? And I'll tell you what really thrills me, honestly, is like when like a Marvin Gaye song comes on or something like that. It's like really like a funky ass bass song. I'm like, and I sit there going, it kind of like, I don't know, it's almost like a dog. My ears perk up. I'm like, what the hell? Why haven't I ever heard this before? It's not like I haven't heard it before. Just never really paid attention to like that. But man, like nowadays, like Marvin Gaye, fucking, I don't know. That stuff perks my ear up. Of course, the whole country thing. But yeah, man, the stuff you've been doing is pretty cool. I've been working on the White Drake, my friend. Been working on the White Drake. In fact, it's in my ear right now. I got a couple songs I'll bring next time. I don't want to break them out till they're ready to break out. There's a little bit of vocal. Well, I'll just say this. Sometimes rhythm guitar is really fucking easy. Sometimes get rhythm guitar is really easy. Sometimes it's too easy. And then you're like, okay, well, what am I going to do in there? And then it's like, okay, can I sing this fucking song? Would I want to sing this song? Yeah. I think back about singing. The singing is almost like the same thing I did when I started playing guitar when I was 18 years old. I'm like fumbling around and all that bullshit. And definitely didn't want to put that out there on anybody. You know, it's like, man, I don't want to unleash this crap on anybody. When you unleashed it on everybody, but they didn't know any different. But nowadays it's like, don't really want to come off like that. So I have been working on this thing and this thing. This thing has always been really easy. This thing has always been a problem. Mason Limos probably would say Mike McCown was always singing from his head and never ever found his chest vocal. And he's absolutely correct. So we're working on that. And we'll see if we can ever correct that. And of course, when he sent me, come on, bro. Okay, let me say this. It's kind of funny you said that. I wouldn't even know how to start. I wouldn't even, like, seriously, like, I wouldn't even know how to start with Disturbed. Well, I guess I've already started kind of in a way because I have a look, but I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even know how to start. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to think that I could do that. Okay, let me just say this. Now, maybe I need to think about that. Could I pull out the look and do that? How long would it take? Could I, seriously, okay, no bullshit aside. It's pretty close. I could, with a certain amount of piercings and whatnot, probably can pull them off. But could I learn how to sing like them and like make a cover band and like do that for like a short period of time? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Could I do that? I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I wouldn't even know how. I wouldn't even know how to do that vocally. You know what I'm saying? No, they just got like, well, there's it's just like this, just like days like this. You know, it's just this same thing, but it's here. I don't know, but that'd be cool to think about because you could. Oh man, that's I don't know. I don't know. That's an interesting thought, my friend. Seriously. Could I play that role? Could I play that role in the cover band for 1 year? Don't know. I'd have to learn to sing like that. If you thought you had a doppelganger out there. Okay, let's say this. If you thought you had a doppelganger guitar player that looked like you, and you could slide into a cover band and do that, would you do it? Fucking ain't right. You do it. Be right back. All right. All right, I think we're good on this one now. But yeah. Have you heard from Mr. Lemons lately? All right. It's kind of funny to watch the difference between Twitch and YouTube if I switch between them. Anyway, I think what we're going to do, I have to get some fucking new jeans, man. Crap. Oh, that's cool, man. Back on the farm, right? Down under. Man, I wish I was. We were supposed to go to Oklahoma this weekend, but it was going to be like up there, like, dude, it's going to be like snow and all that stuff. I was like, fuck that, man. Really? 80th birthday, yo. Dude, that's cool, man. Yeah. You still have your mom too? Is your mom and your dad still together? Or is it just your dad? Not to ask like all these questions, but just curiosity. that's legit, bro. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, that lease up there in Oklahoma's 800 acres. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. It's a cool place. Well, yeah, man. Sure. Hey, we gotta get a shoot. At some point. Just saying. So let's see. I think we're doing pretty well on that one. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out here in a second, man, when I get off there. I'm probably gonna cut this off here in a minute. And this one, this is the bane of my existence over here, is just to get this stuff right. So if the cub is a little bit, I don't know how I say, it's a little bit more complicated than that one over there. So that should be good. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, man. Lights are low, music on the road. You know what I like? Okay, Luke Bryan. Okay. Where's that margarita song, man? That fucking margarita song he's got, bro, is fucking legit, man. Volume up when you do, yo. No, man, that's cool. Yeah, man. Cool. Maybe, I don't know, holler when you get back in town. And my crew is getting set up to do compounds and bows and whatnot. I've never been a bow hunter, but that's what they're into up there. I'll go check it out. I don't know how I think about all that. I think about it's all cool. I asked him this year, I was like, well, how many deer did you take? None. I'm like, because you're out there with the bow. So, guns have their place, man. Just saying. No. Alright. One margarita, two margarita. Just that one song. Just the one fucking song. The rest of it, no, I'm done. Just that one margarita song is cool. You know, the only reason why I like it, okay, and you'll laugh. The only reason why I like it is because there's nothing in the beginning till it gets to the chorus and it's like, bam! Okay, that's the only reason why I like the fucking song. Because I've never heard a song because you just scramble through the front of it and it's like, boom, the chorus hook is where the fucking song breaks. I'm like, what is the fuck is this shit? It's cool in its own way. I'm just saying, it's cool in its own way. It's not like it's the only fucking. I listen to the rest of the song. I hate all the rest of the song, but just that one song is cool. I don't know. I never thought about like just bringing the whole band in during the fucking chorus. Does that make sense? You know, bam, chorus, which is the hook. I'm like, okay. I don't know. It's funny for me. That's the only reason why I like the song, really. It's hooky. And the hook comes on right on the fucking place that needs to come on. But anyway, I think I've rambled enough tonight. We're going to let all this print. Thanks for tuning in, yo. And I guess we'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah. Alright, man. Well, have fun at your dad's house. Happy 80th birthday to Daddy-O. I don't know if I'm cool or not, but I'm definitely not cool. But I do what I do well enough. Well, yeah, man. Wish Daddy-O a happy 80th birthday. So I just immediately get like some Zach Brown in my ears, and it's like, yeah, it makes me happy. I don't know. Country's country, but New Country's got some bounce to it, which I dig. I feel you, bro. All right, man. We're gonna get out of here. Appreciate you catching up with us, man. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna shut this motherfucker down. Oh, we didn't show you too. We did buy. Got the airbrush set up and whatever. We'll come back to that later. And we're gonna shut this motherfucker down. Whoop 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 whoop. Mr. Morgan, we'll catch you later, brother. Adios, my friend. We'll catch you on the flip.
Audios.